everybody, it's Chris Eads, known online as Wootini, here with another Gay Gamer video podcast. Start off with a movie review. This week, I went to see Infinity Pool, which is the new movie from Brandon Cronenberg. I saw a trailer for it, and I was like, this looks interesting. And then it said Brandon Cronenberg, and I said, oh, I definitely want to see this now, because I really rather enjoyed his last film, Possessor. So I wanted to see what twisted nonsense he was going to come up with this time. And it is twisted. It is it is messed up, and this was apparently the R-rated cut that they edited down. And it's very dark, twisted. There's lots of graphic sex and violence, and I enjoyed it. And it also, as a bonus, it has Mia Goth delivering another ridiculously good performance, and I really need her to get roles in non-genre films so that she can actually get some awards and things, because she's terrific. If you like dark and twisted, give it a shot. I don't want to say too much about it, because it's probably better to go in not knowing exactly what it's about, but whatever. I also wanted to talk about, I forgot to mention this last episode, The Last of Us TV show is out, and I don't really want to watch it. I know everybody's raving about it. Everybody's like, oh, it's so good, it's so good. And I'm sort of like, well, that's what everybody said about the game. And when I tried the game, I didn't get very far in it. And you might, if you're a regular viewer of these podcasts, then you know that, I don't know, a year and a half ago or something, it was free with PlayStation Plus, and I said, let me give it a shot. And first, it was a little weird to be playing a game set in the aftermath of a destructive global pandemic during an actual real-life global pandemic. That was a little off-putting. But as I played through The Last of Us, I got as far as the museum, I think, which is probably not very far. No, I think did I get further than that? I don't remember. Anyway, I played for like a week or two, probably, and then I just had to stop, because it's one of those games, it falls into that category of games that I don't really enjoy playing, like the Fallout games. Like, it's a world I don't want to explore, because it's just so grim and depressing and off, I'm like, ugh. So I find myself not wanting to play the game, because I don't want to go into that world. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? It's just a weird thing I have. Like, I can't, separate it. It, bothers me. So I don't want to explore the world. So I kind of don't want to watch The Last of Us on HBO, because I kind of don't want to go to that world, because it's going to be grim and depressing and, dark. And I'm like, I kind of don't want dark right now. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you're watching it. Let me know in the comments if should I maybe try it, if it's not that dark, but I think it is. That's what I've heard. As for games, I got a little excited because, according to my PlayStation, the PlayStation Store said that Season was going to download on the 26th. So I thought, that's weird. I thought it wasn't coming out until the 31st. But it said the 26th. Or, yeah, I think it was the 26th. Whatever. And I thought, maybe I get it early, because maybe the other date was wrong. Maybe this is the correct date. Or maybe I get it early because I pre-ordered, and everyone else has to wait until the 31st. I don't know. But on the 26th, when I checked, I turned on my PlayStation and checked, and I had a notification from PlayStation Store, and they're like, hey, sorry about that, but this is actually going to download on the 31st, not the 26th, as we said. So if you want to cancel your order, feel free, click here. And I'm like, well, no, I don't want to cancel my order. I wasn't expecting it until the 31st, so I just thought I was going to get lucky. But I did not. So I'm still waiting for Tuesday. But then I was playing Ace Attorney to kill time. And because I wanted to I'm in the middle of the second chapter, and I wanted to finish this chapter before Season came out, because if I'm in the middle of a chapter, then I don't want to be in the middle of a chapter when the game comes out, because I'm not going to play it for a while. I don't think Season is going to be a terribly long game, but there's going to be enough time where if I go back into Ace Attorney in the middle of a trial, I'm not going to remember all the clues that we found and what I think really happened and all that sort of thing, because my memory is crap. So I really need to push through and finish chapter 2, because I can start a new chapter after I play Season, but we'll see. Because I didn't make as much progress in Ace Attorney as I would have liked, because after last episode, when I was talking about the PSVR 2, I decided to dust off my PSVR and play a VR game. I still had some in my hard drive, but I was like, let me download Star Wars Squadrons, because I was like, whatever. I downloaded it from PlayStation Plus back in the day. I said, let me give it a shot and see what that's like. And because I like Star Wars. The basic premise is you fly as two different pilots, one for the Rebels and one for the Empire, and you just switch back and forth, and it tells the story. But this is the first time, because I am not good at space shooters or any kind of flying shooters. I need to be on the ground, I need to be able to strafe, I need to be able to duck behind cover. I'm not good at flying games. So I was like, forget this. As soon as I turned it on and I was picking things, I was like, oh, story mode, right off. I play on normal or regular, but this one, I was like, this is a genre that I am terrible at, so we're going with story mode, and it'll help. And sure enough, it did. Like, in the opening prologue, like, there's a point where you're, like, chasing someone down a tunnel, and I'm, like, trying to shoot at him, and, like, my reticule was, like, over here, and the ship is over here, but my lasers were going to the ship, and I was like, thanks for the assist, because I couldn't keep up. I'm terrible at flying, like, because I can't, like, fly and strafe and, like, shoot things, and then, because then you gotta turn around, and it's so hard to turn around, and then they're shooting at you, and then, like, it's hard. So I'm not very good at it. So, but I figured that was a good one to play, because I'm not going to be very good at it, and I would have no problem putting it down and not worrying about, like, I wouldn't get all up engrossed in it and feel like, oh, now I want to play this, but I have seasons coming out, and I have to finish Ace Attorney. So I knew this would be something I could easily put down. So I have, because I finished, like, mission 1 or whatever, and I'm like, I'm good. I'm going to go back to Ace Attorney so I can push that through, because Season comes out next week, and it's just a couple days from now. So I have very little time to finish this chapter. So come back next episode when I will give my first impressions of Season. Bye!